The following portion of Daytime Tri-Cities is sponsored by AFI, your financial North Star. Well, tax time is right around the corner, and this morning in our Making Money Manageable, we get some advice on how to pay only your fair share. Why would you want to pay more, right? Here to help us minimize our taxes is Peter Raber with AFI Advisors and special guest Robert Ingram. Great to have both of you with us this morning.
Good morning.
Well, I guess that is true. Tax time right around the corner now.
Right around the corner.
So we're talking about why it's important to really get some help and get some advice when it comes to doing your taxes.
It's really important when you're making these big decisions to think about where it might also affect. And so a lot of times we find, and I can give a couple examples, we'll see someone wants to deed their house to their kid because I don't want to have it go through, probate. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden they're paying a huge tax bill because it wasn't their home when they go to sell it. Or, I think a really good example is happening right now. So with everything that's going on in geopolitical world things, if people are scared and they want to just sell all their stocks and go to cash, it could have massive ramifications. And so the decision, I'm scared, I want to be safe, then gets compounded come April time that we've got to pay a lot of taxes. So if you had put $10,000 in the stock market in 2010, and that's worth about 46 now, if you sold that today, you're going to be paying $5,000 in tax on top. And so that's a decision that we can work through as we figure out what we're really trying to accomplish.
So Robert, it sounds like really these discussions need to happen before tax time rolls around when you're making these big decisions.
That's right. I think that everyone should have a tax professional that is knowledgeable about the latest tax rules and regulations and is good at learning about their client. Tax laws, they changed constantly, and they change at least annually for certain provisions. And someone who only wants to pay their fair share of taxes should seek out these tax professionals that are the most up to date on the latest rules and regulations, and that are good at learning about their client's specific situation.
And certainly COVID has changed the entire dynamic with the way the IRS has done things, with the child tax credit, with everything coming in. Seems like there's been a lot of change to the tax structure.
Certainly, people should definitely be aware about the advanced child tax credit. That's going to be a big issue. As a part of the COVID relief package, the federal government has paid advances on the child tax credit, and those people who were accustomed to receiving that child's tax credit and their refund, or going towards their taxes owed, that credit is actually not going to be there. So they need to review their situation to make sure that they have within their budget the means to make their tax payment come April 15th.
And Peter, it sounds like too, when you're talking about having those relationships and doing your financial planning, all of this kind of rolls into how important that communication is.
It's vital to be part in each step. And so we look at every decision that someone's going through and say, okay, well, what does this mean for my investment that I'm trying to do? But then how can I minimize my taxes? Because as we were saying, you only want to pay your fair share. Taxes are what they are. They're universally hated, type thing, but they're an important part of what makes our society go. But if we can balance out what we should be paying versus what we actually pay, and there's stats that are out there that people throw away billions of dollars each year by not taking the deductions that they should.
Yeah, we certainly don't want to do that. We're going to give everybody the information. A special note, Monday we will be live at AFI Advisors. If you have a question that you would like to ask Peter, you can send that question to connect@afiadvisors.com. We will be there live at their location in Colonial Heights, and here is that information on AFI Advisors. You can always also check out their website. The preceding portion of Daytime Tri-Cities is sponsored by AFI, your financial North Star.